It is that time of the year, and today we're going to spend some time together to DIY some holiday cards. In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint 3 different holiday cards using watercolors. If you are a landscape lover, you love doodling, or you love painting flowers, I got you all covered in this videos. So these tutorials are gonna be easy, simple, fun, beginner friendly, that everyone can do it. Hi guys, my name is Teresa and I am a self-taught watercolor painter, and in this channel I love sharing what I've learned about watercolor and art in general with all of you. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. Without further ado, let's get started. Started with the first card. So for this one, if you are someone who loves painting landscape just like me, this is a perfect idea for you. For all the project, I will use the blank stress mark greeting cards, and you can easily find these at any art stores.
So I will use watercolors most of the times, but in addition to it, I also have a couple of watercolor brushes, so I will use them as well in one of the projects. But if you don't have them, that's okay. You can totally use all watercolor for all 3 projects. And I will also use a black pen, a pencil, a paintbrush, wash, especially white wash, eraser, and of course with watercolor you will need a mixing plate, a cup of water, and a piece of glass to clean the brushes. So let's talk about colors. I am going to use a dark blue, green, yellow, and white wash for this painting. So we're going to paint a sky, but it's not a normal sky, it will be a northern light sky. So if you search on Google for northern light sky pictures, you will find tons of them, and you will see that with all the lights going on, it absolutely looks stunning and sometimes even unreal, but it looks very beautiful. So today we're going to paint one of them, and don't worry, it's gonna be doable. This is also the first time of me painting the northern light sky, so I actually went on Skillshare and learned some of the basic techniques. So I am going to share with you some of the key points to make this painting happen. And again, trust me, it's not that difficult and you can totally do it. And the first thing is to make sure that you wet the whole paper with clean water. Yes, and then while the paper is still damp, when you hold up the paper and then see a little bit of shiny, then that's when you know that you can apply the pen on it. There's 2 parts, from the top to the middle, the center. I will apply the blue, and from the bottom up to the middle will be yellows, and along the way I will add a little bit of green here and there to add variety of pigments. And as you can see, I am applying the vertical brush strokes. So to make it look like shining light comes from above, we're just gonna do vertical brush strokes for the whole painting. And you just keep repeating the same step. Just keep applying layers on top of layers until it reaches the level of saturation that you want. So make sure that all the layer is still damped while you want to apply another layers on top of it. It is called wet on wet technique, so it will help all the colors blend well with each other. I highly recommend to use watercolor that make with 100% cotton, because it's gonna stay wet longer, it's thick, and it can take more manipulations. But if the paper becomes dry during the layers, you will see I used the paper from the blank greeting cards, which I shouldn't. Because later on it's gonna blaze a lot. I will show you once we're done with this painting. So highly recommend that you use a separate watercolor paper, and later on you can glue it onto the front of the card. But during the painting, if your paper gets too dry, you can always use a clean brush and dam it again before applying the colors. If you are new to watercolor, one thing you need to know that watercolor will always dry lighter than when it is wet. So just apply more paints than you think you need. One of the things I want to give the advice is that while you're painting, you may go through the early phase, and it doesn't look like what you imagine in your head or from the reference picture that you use. I think that everybody will go through that phase, but I would recommend it. Just keep going, just continue with the painting, just the process, and the most important is have fun. And in the end, the worst thing is that if it turn out not the way you like it, you can always start over again. It's just a painting, it's just a paper, right? Yeah. Now when the sky is completely dry, I will grab some white wash and start splashing paint onto the paper. This is how we make start for the sky. It's super easy and very fun to do, right? Even if you're not into wash, have a tube of white wash is highly recommended, and it can be very useful to combine with watercolor paintings. Once you're done, it's time to remove the tape. Try to pull the tape slowly toward to the outside so that you can prevent tear off. Now I'm going to show you what I said earlier. You can see on the other side the colors bleeds a lot. This is because this is not watercolor paper. It's not used for watercolor. So yeah, so don't be like me. Try to use watercolor paper if you can, and just glue it onto the card later. And to complete the painting, I will use my black pen to draw some pine trees in the front. Make sure that the painting, everything is completely dry before you go in with the black pen. So this is very simple. It's probably the simplest pine tree that I ever drawn. So you can see that just draw a broken line and then have short lines coming out from the broken lines represent for the trunk, and then have a short lines coming from the trunk on both sides. And you will want to have the trees in different sizes for variety, and also create illusion of trees from far away. This is a way to create depth for the painting. You can also have trees out of the frame, just like I am doing here, to make it look a little bit more fun and unique. So as you can see, the painting almost comes together, and I kind of like how it turned out here. In the middle of the painting, when the paper didn't perform like I want it to be, because obviously it's not watercolor paper, I kind of hesitate to want to continue. I was thinking in my head like, oh, should I start over again? Is this gonna work? But I just kind of continue anyway, just keep going. And in the end, I really like how it turned out. The results actually surprises me. Yeah, so another friendly reminder, just keep going. If you think that it's not gonna turn out, even if you think that it's not gonna turn out like you want it to be, just the process, keep going, have fun. And in the end, I promise sometime the results will surprise you, and you will happy that you did not give up too early. And finally, this is just the extra step that I want to show you. If you don't want to write something on the painting because you want to give to someone, they can also use it to frame and make it like a little wall art. Then you can attach a little tag and writing a wish on it, and then just attach it with the card itself. This way you can add a little special to the card as well. And there you go. Here is the final look. This is gonna be the perfect ideas if you love painting landscape, and also if you want to give it to somebody that you know who loves traveling. They would be very thrilled to receive the card like this.
So hi guys, it's me again. So I was planning in the beginning that I would post one video with 3 different projects all together, but the editing just takes forever, and I thought that if I'm done with all the editing, Christmas would be over by then. So I decided once I'm done with the first painting, all kind of editing and voiceover stuff, I'm just gonna post it so that you guys don't have to wait. And then for the other 2 projects, I will try to edit and do the voiceover, and we'll try to post this probably tomorrow. See you again tomorrow.